The story of Daniel, unlocking the Bible's hidden key. Chapter 1. The warning before the fall. They were warned, but they didn't listen. The kingdom of Judah stood at a crossroads. Prophets like Jeremiah and Isaiah cried out, urging the people to repent, stop the injustice, turn from idols, return to your God. But the people of Judah, proud of their holy city, refused to listen. The streets echoed with injustice, and the sacred temple had become a shell of its purpose. Kings were corrupt, priests defiled, the poor were ignored. Idols stood tall where God once reigned supreme. Judgment came. Not suddenly, but with purpose. In 605 BC, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, descended on Jerusalem. It wasn't just conquest, it was consequence. This was the beginning of the Babylonian exile, a 70-year discipline where the soul of Judah would be tested in a foreign land. Among the exiles was a young noble, Daniel. Chapter 2. A strange new world. Babylon, the crown jewel of the ancient world. Towering walls, hanging gardens, a city bursting with science, astronomy, and literature. Babylonian scribes mapped stars and recorded omens. Their physicians performed surgeries with copper tools. Their gods, Marduk, Ishtar, Nabu, demanded sacrifices and chants. For the exiles, this world was dazzling and dangerous. They were given homes, land to farm, and rights to trade. But the spiritual air was toxic. Temples to false gods lined every street. Divination and astrology ruled the court. Daniel, along with Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, was selected for a special honor, royal training. Chapter 3. The King's Table. Daniel was barely a teenager when he entered the king's service. The training was intense. Aramaic language, Chaldean science, Babylonian politics, even their names were changed. Daniel became Belteshazzar. Identity reshaped. Then came the food. Roasted meats, spiced wine, rich delicacies, all offered to pagan gods before reaching the plate. To eat was to surrender. Daniel made a choice, quiet but bold. He asked the official, "Test us. 10 days. Give us vegetables and water, then compare." The official hesitated, fearing the king. But 10 days later, Daniel and his friends looked stronger, healthier, sharper, faith honored. God noticed. Chapter 4. The Dream That Shook the Empire. Nebuchadnezzar couldn't sleep. A dream tormented him. A statue, massive and gleaming, head of gold, chest of silver, belly of bronze, legs of iron, feet of iron and clay. Then a stone appeared, not cut by human hands. It crushed the statue, all turned to dust. He demanded an answer. "Tell me what I dreamed and its meaning." Only one dared answer, Daniel. God revealed it in a vision. "You, O king, are the head of gold," Daniel began. "After you will come other kingdoms, Persia, Greece, Rome. But in the end, God's kingdom, like that stone, will crush them all and endure forever." The king bowed, not to Daniel, but to Daniel's God. Chapter 5. The Furnace of Fire. Power bred pride. Nebuchadnezzar built a golden image and demanded worship. The penalty for defiance: fire. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, they didn't bow. Brought before the king, they said, "Our God can save us, but even if he does not, we still won't bow." The furnace was stoked 7 times hotter. Guards died throwing them in. Then a miracle. Inside the flames walked 4 figures, not 3. When they stepped out, not a hair singed. No smoke. Nothing. Nebuchadnezzar declared, "No God saves like theirs." Chapter 6. The Fall of a King. Nebuchadnezzar dreamed again. A mighty tree cut down to its stump. Daniel warned, "Humble yourself, O king, or God will do it for you." But pride is loud. A year later, while boasting of his greatness, the prophecy came true. Sanity left him. He lived like an animal, hair like feathers, nails like claws. 7 years passed. Then he looked up. "Now I know," he whispered. "The Most High rules." Chapter 7. The Writing on the Wall. Belshazzar ruled in excess. Wine, women, arrogance. He drank from God's temple goblets. Then a hand appeared. It wrote 4 words on the wall: Mene, Mene, Tekel, Parsin. None could read it except Daniel. You've been weighed, you've been judged, your kingdom ends tonight. That very night the Medes and Persians stormed the gates. Babylon fell. Chapter 8. Lions beneath the law. Under Darius the Mede, Daniel still prayed. 3 times a day, jealous men passed a law: worship only the king. Daniel obeyed God. He was thrown into the lion's den, but the next morning he was alive. My God sent his angel, Daniel said. He shut their mouths. King Darius proclaimed, the God of Daniel lives forever. Chapter 9. The End and the Beginning. In his final years, Daniel saw visions: beasts from the sea, horns of power, a throne of fire. Then he saw him, one like a son of man, coming with clouds. To him was given glory, dominion, and a kingdom that would never end. Daniel was terrified, and yet he had hope. The stone, the furnace, the lions, the visions, they all pointed to one thing: God wins, and his kingdom is already on the move. Where do you stand? Who do you stand for? What is God saying to you? If you enjoyed your drink from the well, tell and share with someone.